Hey, how's it going, YouTube? How y'all doing today? I took a look around yesterday. I started to notice this yesterday. It looks like this grass survived, which I guess it did. It had gotten, I mean, it was down to 20. There was ice all over it. It looks alive though. When grass dies from frost, it kind of turns like this bluish hue. It kind of turns a little bit blue. It turns like this. Easiest way for me to put it is that just kind of turns blue. Well, looks like it survived from what I'm seeing. Is it growing? Barely. Looks like it's gone dormant. It has I would say 95% plus chance that it is alive. I had to take a look at it again to make sure. It looks like it's alive. I took a good look at it again this morning to make sure. It's hardly growing. It's alive though, which is fantastic. That means that these cattle will have forage that they can chew on, that they can eat, growing here for these next 2 months. If need be, I'll still go get one more bale of alfalfa. I still got a few days left of alfalfa from what I bought before. Hey. They'll always push this all to one side and then they'll all just jam in over here on this. Hey, knocked it right out of my hand. Hey, gotta be careful. These animals, they when they eat, they grab at this hay and then they raise their head real fast to pull that hay like that, or they'll bite it and then they'll go like this. So this is their mouth. They'll bite it and they'll go wah. They'll rip at it to pull that hay apart. They'll yep, they got hard heads. If they hit you, it's I've been hit just a few times. There was one time well, that bison looking animal, he's got little duddy horns on his head. Him right there, he's got little duddy horns on his head. His little duddy horn hit me straight in the forehead. That hurt. Left a bruise. It ain't anything like too severe or anything like that, but it is yeah, it does leave a bruise. I mean, I've been noticing that this animal right here is losing some hair. It looks like well, this may I'm gonna keep an eye on that. This animal did get a dewormed. All these animals got dewormed on December 20th, so I'm gonna keep an eye on that. I got 2 months before market day, so these animals need to start shaping up. They got 2 months. The majority of these animals have 2 months. I have 12 animals under a 4 weight, so any animal at or above a 4 weight right now, they are going to be over 500 in 2 months. Any animal under a 4 weight as of right now, it's going to be they may need an extra month here to grow properly to get to that 500 mark. I even have I have a few animals here that'll be pushing over a 6 weight too. I have some bigger animals here. Hey, like this, they bunch it all up on one side, then they all just jam into this corner and start spilling over. Hey. Knock it off. They always just jam into this corner right here. It's like, what are they doing? There's so much hay. Yep. So grass is growing. If I need to go get another bale of alfalfa, that's completely fine. $200, it ain't gonna make or break me. If I think that these animals need forage for another week to let this grass grow, because if I cut their forage, if I give them zero forage, dry forage, they will start grazing again. they will realize that this grass is growing, and then they'll graze it real hard. So I'm gonna see if I can get this guy over there. Come on, Bubba. You don't want to go? Okay. The other feed trough has a lot more hay in it. But yep, if I cut their forage from feed, they'll start grazing again, and they'll graze this grass real hard. I would like this grass up to about my ankle before they start grazing it. So I'm gonna see where this grass is at when my forage runs out. Oh, I'm gonna see if I can get them a little bit more. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. She got little horns on, little duddy horns on her too. Hey. Oh. Yep. I like this grass at my ankles before I start really putting them on it. I also got to get this one up front. I'm gonna pull this one up front to be with Slowpoke. I'm gonna see if I can get him out front too. These are 2 smaller calves. I need small calves to hang out with Slowpoke, because these bigger calves, they'll push them around. They'll jump up on them. Slowpoke is too weak to be doing that. These small calves, they're gentler. Well, I know that he's gentle. This one's gentle. This one's gentle too. So I'm gonna see if I can get them to hang out with Slowpoke, because Slowpoke looks a little lonely. Cattle, they're herd animals. They live in herds. So I'm gonna get them up front to hang out with Slowpoke. I would think that by next week, this grass is gonna be up to my ankles. Weather is weather's warming up from here. Today is supposed to even get up to about 50, where it was about 30 for the last few days. It was 30, raining, a lot of water, a lot of moisture on this field. It was 30 raining. It's supposed to get up to 50, then it's supposed to even get up to about 70 next week. So this grass, with this moisture, with that weather, it's also supposed to rain again next week, about 1.5 inches, 1.5 to 2 inches. So these cattle are gonna, well, hopefully, it's looking like plan is, it is looking like all that. About next week, these cattle will be grazing grass again. Grass looks like it's growing in pretty good. Would I have liked to fertilize it a bit? Yes. I thought about it. I was, there's a lot of dead grass. I fertilized this grass last year, early October. That grass died, so it's rotting as of right now. That rotting grass takes a long time, especially if it's just sitting on soil. If I till that dead grass into soil, it'll rot a bit faster, but it's rotting slowly. So as it rots, it releases those minerals back into the soil. So I mean, there is a bit of fertilizer on here. I've also been bringing in hay. I've also been bringing in grain. So as these animals eat that stuff, they'll poop. Then when they poop, that stuff that they excrete, the stuff that they poop, will have fertilizer in it too. It'll have some what do they call it? It will have some, I guess it's minerals in it as well. So that stuff will release back into the soil. So they've been pooping a lot. Cattle poop a lot. They've been pooping everywhere. So there's a lot of moisture. So got some cattle manure on this field too. A good bit of it. So I mean, yeah. Field should be doing okay. If it's a necessity, I will bring in $200 worth of alfalfa next week. I still got a few days left of it. If I see a need to, I will. By about next week, these animals will be back on grass. Is what it's looking like. So just about got through worst of it. When these animals go on grass, I'll only be giving them grain again. So my feed costs will drop substantially. These animals got 2 months from now to be this guy right here. This guy hit me with his head. They'll grab it and then they'll pull this hay out. So. Oh man! Hey, look at this! Oh my gosh, look at this! Oh, she was up on top of her. Oh man. Oh my gosh, they are just pushing each other over. Okay, I gotta get out of here. It's getting dangerous. Yep. These animals, they're doing good. I mean, for 2 months from market day, it does look like, well, okay, so I have 12 animals under 4 weight right now. So in 2 months, any animal over 4 weight is going to be over 5 weight. Any animal over a 5 weight, I have 3 animals under a 4 weight under a 3 weight right now. So they're 2 something. In 2 months, they're going to be under a 4 weight. They're going to be 3 something. Maybe a 4 weight. 4 weight, maybe. If they are a 4 weight, well, if I have 3 animals at a 4 weight, that's not a big problem. Well, especially when I consider that I'll also probably have a handful of animals at a 6 weight. So that'll balance out to be 500. It does look like my average weight on this herd will be about 500, or will be over 500. When I really take a good close look at it, it does look like average weights will be over 500. So at 500, I need to make $1.25 a pound. If I include next month's cost, I think it's going to cost me to raise these animals for another 2 months. It'll honestly probably cost me closer to $1,500. So I more than likely I need to make about $650 an animal to break even. So that means I'll need to make probably closer to about $1.35 a pound or so to break even on these animals at 500. But if I go over 500, if I go up to if this herd is up to 550, let's say, I could make like $1.30. Instead of $1.35 or something. It's just rough estimates. So higher weight, more chance of me making money, because these animals go to market per poundage. So if I get some more weight on them, yeah, I'll make some extra money. Even if I make a little bit less per poundage, I'll make more money overall. So yeah, so far so good. I will be making money. That Well, I also got to think about, I have to pay they take commissions, all sorts of stuff. So yep, got to pay commissions, got to yeah, so just got to make as much money as possible. I'm headed in a good direction. I will be making money from just right down middle averages of how things are looking right now. I will be making money. I'll be making money, which is good. Pretty soon it'll be hay season. I still have I thought about it. I was looking at grain feed. In all honesty, I would be willing to buy a feed silo. I would be willing to buy one. If I bought one that held 12 tons, I think it's 12 tons or 10 tons or something like that. If I bought one that held 12 tons, I could feed 30 animals for 6 months or so, 35 animals, something like that for 6 months. So yeah, I need money. Long story short, I need money so I can reinvest it into this farm. I know it may be a bit counterintuitive, but the more I invest, the less risk there is for me. Because with the larger scale, I get discounts, I get all sorts of benefits. I start getting a bulk discounts, etc., etc. So if I buy a 12-ton grain silo, let's say I'm feeding, let's say it costs me $600 or about $750, excuse me. It costs me $750 a month to feed these cattle a grain every month, to feed 30 cattle grain, 4-weight cattle grain. It cost me $750. When these animals were smaller, I was feeding them less, but at 4 weight, average weight, at 4. If it costs me $750 to feed them grain, to keep them growing at 2 pounds a month, or excuse me, 2 pounds a day. If I buy in bulk, I can actually drop that price to $600. So I can go from spending $750 a month to $600. If I am putting if I am spending $600 to put 60 pounds on an animal a month, 30 of them, that makes it by scaling it makes it less risk for me. So actually by investing more, I know it's kind of a backwards logic, it's kind of counterintuitive, but the more I invest, the less risk I have. Granted that my investments are sound, that I've really thought about what I'm investing in, as well as why I'm investing in it. Like if I bought a grain silo that saved me $150 a month, and if I paid $1,500 for it, in 10 months that grain silo would have paid for itself. Will that grain silo last me much longer than 10 months? Absolutely, if installed correctly. So there are different things that I've been looking at. How am I going to make this a more efficient business? How am I going to make more money? Well, the big thing about making money on these cattle is always keep them healthy. If I have animals dying, it doesn't matter if I bring in 2 truckloads of grain. Animals need to stay alive. They need to be healthy. They need to be happy. They need to be sound looking animals. So as of right now, it does look like I am on a good trajectory. I have 2 months left to go. As of right now, it only looks like I'll have half a dozen or animals here in March. I have a 3-acre pasture out front that's separated from a 7-acre pasture out back. So if necessary, I'll keep about a half a dozen cattle here through April, feeding them ryegrass that I planted last year. Then I'll plant this backfield first. Take those animals to market. Then they're upset. They want their grain. Then I'll take these animals to market. Then I will plant that front field, because, well, I need to make money. Taking a loss is just why would I do that? If it's gonna take me 1 more month, that's fine. But I need to make money. I have got to make money on these cattle, so I'm just taking it as it goes. It's just gotta see what's happening, then adjust as I go. Because I mean, plans are for direction. They aren't for perfection. So I got a good plan. I just gotta stay after it. All right, that's it for me today, YouTube. Y'all have a good one.